What up, boys? Check and mates here today. Yeah, we got the name change. No more Kangaroo chess, I'm sorry. As you can see from the title, 5 most aggressive openings. I gotta keep this intro quick. Keep in mind, this is not an opening guide for anything. It's gonna be like straight one line, basically. So like, yeah, like I wouldn't suggest only sticking to this. Make sure maybe know like some variations or something that could happen. We're gonna hop right in, and our first one is gonna be the fried liver attack, which I had a friend who actually run this and try to play it against me. It didn't work. Let's just say that. Y'all like this new screen though? Checking mates, chess strategy community. I don't know what the quote is, bro. Clock it. Sub for a baby Ruth still there though. Let's go. So first move, it's gonna be e4 and e5. A normal chess game start. We bring our knight out. They bring theirs. We get our bishop. So like an Italian, starts as an Italian, whatever. Now this is the most important move. If your opponent doesn't go to f6, you can't run it. Unless, like, maybe they go there and then f6. But, because our plan is to get right there for this fork, of course. Some fork action. Y'all see that? Eval bar, whatever. And now they can only block you. They have to block you, of course. And they're most likely gonna do this. Take a pawn out. We're up +1 now. And we're gonna take. We take because this little fella is like, oh, well, we take that pawn. They can't take us. We just go here. Look at that eval bar, by the way. And then they're attacking this. But no, we're gonna sacrifice our knight. And this guy, not knowing what to do, keep in mind, this might only work in like 600. Whatever. You never know, actually. He's gonna take, like, dude, that's free. Boom. We're attacking a knight. We can get a knight, win a knight, whatever. But our opponent makes a crucial mistake. And they go G8. So we take. And they're gonna take back. But in the end, there's only one thing. And it's mate. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the fried liver. You take, and then you sacrifice, and your opponent goes here. Boom. That is one, if not the most aggressive opening in chess. But we don't know. We have 4 more we have to talk about. So let's get right into the next one, and that will be the the Danish Gambit. Here we go. So, again, the Danish Gambit, 20 move checkmate. Is everything gonna go like this? No. E4, E5, D5. Let's gambit the pawn. You know, it's called a gambit for a reason. Boom. Let's gambit another pawn. You know, let's gambit another, bro. You're gonna be up 3. You're gonna be up 2 pawns on me. Whatever. I got some development. You're only up +2. They give us a little check. We're gonna block here, and they develop. So we decide to push. We're gonna push our pawn. Ignore the eval bar, because your opponent is like a 300 rated. What is he gonna do? He's gonna run the knight away. Let me tell you, that's not the best move. You know why? We're gonna sacrifice our little bishop, and our 600 rated opponent is gonna take. Same thing as last time. We get a lethal double fork here, attacking the bishop with a check, and they're gonna block, but we don't take. We en passant with a check. We could go with plans of going there with the fork. Obviously, they could just take, but they can't because they block, and then we take, protecting. They want to trade. Game's over. Game's over at this point. We don't care about that. Another double attack. And we're protecting this pawn, so we're preparing to go here and fork. What is our opponent going to do? He's going to run away and hide. But now we have the fork. He doesn't want to get his queen taken. That's the only thing he has to win the game. And you know what? We're going to threaten checkmate. We have a lethal line here to threaten checkmate and to win the game in 14 moves. But our opponent, they can stop it. They're not that dumb. But we just promote. Boom. And then we give a check. Of course they're going to take. We just give another check. They're forced to block. So we get back into our positioning. They bring back up. And we castle. Yeah. Free knight. Whatever. But we castle. We're going to attack the knight. Once more time. And they're like, okay, well, I'm kind of cooked, so I might as well, not there, but I might as well try to attack this or something. Well, fella, that's the game right there. We go here. They're forced to block. And in one swoop move, I'll do this one. We got another mate here. That's what we call the Danish. 20 moves. And what are the odds your opponent does this? Little to none. But even if you get here, you're not that bad, bro. You got lethal bishops. Oh, like your opponent makes a dumb mistake like that. You're just, yeah. Your opponent makes a dumb mistake. Yeah, you're just in a better position. That's the Danish. So our next one's gonna be a fan favorite that usually rarely works, and it might only be like 3 moves. All right, you know what we're here for. E4, E5, C4. They get their knight out. F3. Let's just go there. Yeah. Y'all should have known I was coming. The scholars mate. It's mate in 3, and if your opponent's 100, it's gonna work. You know how much times it's worked against me when I was like 800? I'm not gonna lie, I let it slip. Oh, chill. That's still the Danish Gambit one. I'm not gonna lie, we were still in the same flow state. But let's say you're here. Where were we? And your opponent knows that it's coming. Dude, honestly, it don't matter because they play a move like that. You're up. You gotta check whatever they could block. But you're getting your queen active, and this is honestly for a beginner. Oh, chill, man. Honestly, for a beginner, I don't even think that this is that bad to start with, because you have the threat of checkmate right away. But you also just have an active queen, which most beginners struggle to deal with when they begin the game. So, do I suggest the Scholars Mate? Honestly, bro, if you're 0 through 500, keep on. I'm not the highest rated. If you're 0 to 500, go for it. I don't really care. But go for it. So, let's go to the next opening. All right. We're jumping. I'm sorry all these are white. I'm not going to lie. Next one's going to be black, though, I promise. But here we go. And maybe this should just be most aggressive E4 or E5 openings. But it starts with the same as the fried liver. They bring out here. Well, I guess, no, they bring out instead of whatever. So, different. But this is where the gambit comes. We gambit our pawn. Did I say this was the Evans Gambit? It's the Evans Gambit. Most common move here is to take the pawn. It's a free pawn. Why would you take it? But we're gonna come out and press the pawn, and they're just gonna run away. They can at least keep this diagonal, whatever, possibly get ready for some forking action. We love forking. But we're gonna give up our pawn. We're gonna give up another pawn. They're gonna take. We're gonna castle. We're in safety, and they're gonna take our pawn. And this is, I'm sorry, buddy, lo siento. Brilliant move. They take, fork, and they retreat. 1.1 eval bar for a reason. You know why? We don't take the bishop. We actually come back for another check. You know why? To bait this pawn coming forward and leaving this diagonal open. Why is that so important? Because we're going to take our bishop back. They're going to attack us. And now we're going to place ourselves here. Dooming the rook for eternity. And he's going to block the only way he can. Only way he can save it. That doesn't matter for us. You know why? We come here with bishop. Pinning. Boom. Pinning. Boom. You go here. Obviously, game's cooked. You try to like here. The game's still cooked. You know why? Game's still cooked. You go there. Then you just gotta check, and then same thing. Just like what they go there. Honestly, I'm going here. They're forced to take. Boom. And then, whatever. You're up. Look, we're up so much. So that's the Evans Gambit. Let me go back through that real quick because I kind of spammed through that. E4, E5, knights, bishops, Gambit. Brilliant. Make sure y'all get that brilliant move right there. Okay, brilliant move. Up, up, and it's up. Pull out the pawn. Leave that diagonal open. Take. He tries to attack us. Boom. Diagonal's open. He blocks. And you're fianchettoed, and you're cooked. And you're cooked. So that's the Evans Gambit. That's 4 out of 5. And your last one's like, bro, we've had 4 white openings, all being E4, E5. Can we get a black opening? I got y'all. Boom. All right, here's the last one. I promised y'all it was with black. And guess what? It's not E4 and E5. So you're welcome. I only chose this one. It's Englund Gambit, whatever, by the way. I only chose the Englund Gambit because I've lost to it like a little bit ago. And it was very embarrassing. You notice how's the eval bar 0.2 and nobody has gone yet? That's just how unfair it is to start as white. Not with the Englund Gambit, though. And it could go many ways. So they go with the London. Let's say they're trying to aim for the London. You don't care, and they're gonna take. But we're gonna get our knight out. We're gonna attack the free pawn. They're gonna protect the pawn, but we're gonna add more pressure to the pawn. Let's win this pawn. And your opponent, honestly, who knows? I was low-key 1,000 and I fell for it. They decide to block. You know, like why not? And so now you got this fork. You got this 3-peat fork. Boom. You're gonna win something. And your opponent, I mean, I don't think they'll blunder the bishop. If they blunder a bishop, they blunder a bishop. So I'm hoping your opponent will go here. That's, I mean, the best move, really. Well, is it the best move? Whatever. But yeah, you're just attacking you. So then you get the chance to take the bishop. I mean, the pawn, attacking this knight. And your opponent's left with only a couple moves. And there is a lot more safe than others. But your opponent being uneducated, not watching enough check and mate, OG Kangaroo chess. And they move their bishop to C3. And this is when you say sayonara. That's kind of funny. I'm going to start saying that more. Because you're going to pin it. You're going to pin it. And your opponent is going to block. They're reasonable. They're like, well, obviously I can't take because then he just takes back. And we're back in the same pickle, back in the same situation. And they obviously just can't do anything. Otherwise you just take. And then you got a fork. Whatever. So they're going to block more. And we're going to take. And this is where your opponent can mess up. Or just basically where the game could be over. So the reasonable move, let's be fair, take with knight. Not that it's reasonable, but you get the bishop. And now, did I say bishop? Whatever. Now you're just upper rook. Make sure you get to safety or something. Make sure you don't leave yourself there and lose the game. But no. But if they take with the queen, you guys see that M1? You know what that stands for? Check and mate in un. So there you go. That's the Englund Gambit. And those are some of the most aggressive openings in chess. Are they the most aggressive? Maybe. Low-key, there's a lot of aggressive openings. And if you want a part 2, let me know. I'll glad. I need content. But yeah, that's this one. I hope y'all enjoyed. I had my first tennis meet, by the way, yesterday. Match, sorry. I went 3-1, baby. I'm tough. If y'all want tennis highlights or football highlights, let me know, because I need to film my videos if they're too short. But this one's like good. I'm gonna stop yapping. Check y'all next time. And if you watch the whole time, make sure to subscribe, like, and buy my merch.